Hello. Today we're going to talk about my favorite subject, Antarctica, and we're talking about a saucer that is melted into the ice, or that's sticking out of the ice that has melted, and that there is approximately 60 feet across. And we believe that in circumference it's 120 feet, but exactly half of it, is melted into the ice.
Yes.
And as I told you earlier in my video that I will be uploading today, both videos today, that I'm introducing to you Pearl Rowland. And here she is. This is my dear friend and reader, Pearl Rowland. And what we're doing today is we're asking this question about Antarctica. We're asking if, in fact, this craft, we want to know the energy around this. It's interesting that at this time when we're in total chaos on a planetary basis, that we are seeing these very interesting developments that are otherworldly. So with that, we'll go ahead and we're going to use the spellcaster deck. We're going to select 14 cards as we do, and we're going to just kind of dive in. What's the energy? Tell us about it, Spirit. You know, and Pearl and I have obviously had some conversation about this, what it is and what it might mean. So I'll bring the laptop down, and we'll go ahead and select our 14 cards. And yep, you can see.
Nice.
We put the awnings out so we could. We did a video and we didn't record it at all. So, and of course, I'm sure that all of you know out there that this is part of the podcasting world. The learning curve is steep. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and select 14 cards. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I feel your intention on these cards, Pearl. 14. That's funny. I could just feel your intention. Every card I picked, my fingers focused on your intention and my fingers. And so we are doing this card as a mutual reading. If you hear my voice more than you hear hers, it is not because I am the better reader. That is not the point. It is that Pearl is learning to podcast right now. So,
Camera shy.
Camera shy, yeah. So, she hasn't done this before, and there is that thing of, I remember my first one, it was when I cut all my hair off. So, by accident, with my husband's mustache clippers. And I told him out of desperation, just cut it all off, would you please? I'm like miserable. I feel stupid.
Yeah, I don't cut my own hair because of that. Yeah, no.
Yeah, but I kind of like having no hair right now.
It helps. I mean, having this long hair isn't...
Well, for me, I feel like it's a beacon of spirituality in
Yes.
some ways. It's saying that...
Because it strips you down and
Yes.
makes you more vulnerable.
Right, and I'm in my humblest state.
Right.
So at the bottom of the pack, we get the Magician. Yes, we know this is some magic coming from down under, and way down under the furthest that you can get, Antarctica. Okay, we know it's magic. It is. But what we want to know is, what is this? Well, the first thing we get is this Page of Cups. And this card to me kind of looks like the Lovers in some ways. How we're tied to the stars, to the sky, how we're tied, and how we drink of a liquid that is communal and of one mind.
Yes.
But not of the mind as we understand it. We're just one cell in the bigger hive.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so there's that. And the Emperor, okay, it's being crossed by the Emperor. Now, that's fascinating, and I keep getting this energy where, what is going on? Well, we have this this lover-like energy, how we give and receive cups,
Yes.
okay, being somehow managed
Yep.
in a way that's oppressive
Yes.
and meant to deliver a blow to us, a warlike blow, to keep us from being informed.
Yes.
So that's interesting. Now, I've been getting this rather consistently on these type of readings. So that overwhelming trying to cover up information.
They always do. They
Okay.
do a damn good job.
They do a damn good job. Okay, and then we get this Two of Wands, past position. But notice there's a little bird up in the here to provide us some information.
Oh, yeah.
Things are kind of heating up. Now the Wands energy is going to be your fire, and
Somebody's going to sing their song. And that's
someone's
what's gonna...
singing a song. But is the air itself heating up and creating an environment where they can no longer deny the truth?
Because the ice is melting.
Right. So
Can't
the
hide it no
Emperor
more.
is holding us back,
Sorry, I
but
need
yet
water.
this bird is bringing us forward. Okay. And then we get the Five of Cups. And in this particular deck, the cups are bloody. That the withholding of information has been a warlike process. And we're bloody and bruised.
Oh, yes.
And we feel oppressed. And really, quite frankly, I think that we're tired of being gaslit. And I'm going to take this Five of Cups, being that we're aware we're being gaslit.
Yeah, we're not going to take it no more.
We're not going to take it anymore. And the collective consciousness now that's bleeding all over the place.
Because we're awakening.
We're waking up.
Yes.
Beautifully said. That's correct. And it's almost as if, in some ways, the governments throughout the world system right now know this.
Oh, yes.
And they're attempting to block us
Yes.
further from our information.
Yes.
So, and then we get the Seven of Swords. And now when you do these readings, what's interesting is that these cards are similar. The reading is going to be similar, in that we were told before that, yes, that we've been thieved, that how our resources are managed are really only benefiting a few, and it's harming the earth.
Yes.
And we're being thieved. And so therefore, and because the earth is heating up, notice the fire, things are melting, exposure is happening.
Yes.
So yes, there is this craft in Antarctica. The image is 2006. And all of you are welcome to go and look online, Google Earth, Antarctica.
Watch the History Channel. They have lots of alien stuff that they're just putting out there from government themselves even.
Right. So, this is not, we're not drinking the Kool-Aid.
Right.
Okay. And if you don't believe that this is real,
do some more research.
Yeah, and here we get the devil, okay? In our near future, we're going to feel this energy. Now, the devil doesn't mean the devil literally. It doesn't mean, it doesn't even really mean evil. The devil just means that we're tied to things that are going to move us rapidly forward.
Yes.
The kind of energy we're tied to, we are going to have some exposure to that information that is going to change how we do things. And I think that, right now, largely that is what is necessary. And here we go again. We got the Five of Swords. We got that before in our previous reading. That we are embattled.
That double card in
Yes.
the previous reading.
Right. We had
the Seven of Swords.
We had the Seven of Swords. A lot
And
of
the
these
Two of
cards.
Wands.
Okay. And yep. And here we got the Five of Swords, where
all in the same places.
Right. And we're the loyal dogs. Notice that the cold and the fire is melting. This is no matter what. And we're in this Plutonian direct in Capricorn.
Information.
And it's cold. It feels cold.
Yes.
But where we're at is temperance, pouring from one cup to the next, being patient, because information is now being delivered.
Yes, it is. Pay attention. Wake up.
Right. And why tarot? Why astrology? Why readers? Well, in some ways, I take this temperance card to be that if you're not going to give me information one way, it'll be made it'll be made available another way. And so this information comes forward regardless
This
of
is
what
why we're told that tarot and anything of occult nature is incessantly evil. Is to keep us dampered down without the information we need so we can be good sheep.
Right. And it's over. It's over right now. In my mind it's over. I will no longer I will stand in my power. And so what I get next is this Ace of Swords. We've got in the heart of it, we got this battle, this Five of Swords, and we go on and we say temperance. Well, this is in our hopes and fears. That as things heat up, something new, something hopeful is coming. Is this the Great Awakening? Are we about to see the Great Awakening? And does this energy, this alien-like magical energy that we have at the bottom of the pack, have something to do with a fiery awakening?
Oh yes, it's gonna be like up in our faces, like bam.
Right, and then we get a Queen of Pentacles, where you can see Mother Earth caring tenderly for all that resides therein. We do have to take a look, folks, and I think that we might be like in a zoo, more or less.
Yes,
and we might be being maintained, and so
that's good specimens under the microscope.
Right. So we're being managed. Okay. So then we've got this Four of Swords. Again, that cold Plutonian, Capricornian energy where, and what does Pluto have to do? Well, that's kind of our dark night of the soul. That's where our dreams, you dream of dragons and darkness and things that go bump in the night. And notice that he's being guarded by the dogs. We all have our dark night of the soul.
Oh, yes.
And this energy is here to remind us that we have our part in this.
Oh, yes.
So we are carrying a very heavy load right now, a 10 of Wands, as all of this unfolds. But this is like a great awakening.
Yes.
Okay. And then we get the 10 of Pentacles. When you see a 10 of Pentacles or a 10 of anything, that means the energy's come and gone, and it is really now moving on to something new. And what is interesting is we've got temperance, and largely your reading is going to divert to or mainly reflect back to your major arcana, the pouring of one to the other, and the times that we're in does feel a good deal like we do require a good deal of temperance. We do need to sit back and pour carefully. And there we go, the Three of Cups energy, how we give and receive with each other. And that black spacecraft that's lodged into the side of the mountain somehow is here to tell us, to remind us of who we are, where we came from.
What we can do.
Right, and that technologically, that is us in the future. So now I would like to just further clarify from the bottom of the pack, because the bottom of the pack really is about setting the tempo or doing the reading and then cementing the reading from the pack. And either way you look at it, we got the Magician. Things being done from on high, being conducted from afar, that are interesting because, I think all of us right now feel like we're being somehow danced right into our grave.
Oh, yes.
So, Spirit, tell us about this Magician card in relation to this spacecraft. Tell us a little more about this. Okay, and so we're going to use the Wild Unknown. And again, Pearl and I are going to do the 14 cards. We'll select. I can just literally, I got to tell you guys, you don't know this because you don't know Pearl, but I could just feel her eyeballs on my finger, and we were selecting together. So that was kind of an interesting sensation. Okay, Pearl, let's go again. Can't make this up, can you? So we're at 4,
It's totally awesome.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, way over here, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. Okay, there they are. We've got our cards, and we are asking for clarification on the magician, because I think that card just sort of tells us, that, yeah, things are kind of conducted from afar. They're on high. And no matter what, they're not trying to harm us. But here's our bottom of your pack, okay? It's been a long journey, and the sun is at the end of the path. Things are heating up.
Oh, yes.
The debris is becoming obvious.
Yes.
We are about to find out in more meaningful ways that some of this cuckoo talk is not so cuckoo.
Exactly.
So let's continue on. Now, oh my gosh. As we come forward, we get, we're doing the wild unknown, we get the death card. And, wow. Now I find this, when I'm going in and I'm connecting and I get this card, I feel radiation. I feel like
It's
we've been,
death to our way of life.
I feel like we're being irradiated.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And then we get judgment. Okay. And now judgment, that's interesting. Notice that you have a bird-like angel up above, and you've got birds falling from the sky. And that's actually been happening.
Yes.
That's
Many
not
times.
right. So whatever's going on,
For, hundreds of years since they started recording that birds were falling out of the sky.
and it has something to do with this otherworldly energy.
Oh, yes.
Okay, so that's interesting. So then we get this this 5 of Pentacles, this wilting on the vine. That the information now is dripping,
Mm-hmm.
ready
It's
to
dripping
come
out.
forward.
Yes. Till that whistleblower comes in and blows the whole damn lid off of it. That's what I'm waiting for.
And it involves our government.
Mm-hmm.
They hold the key to us understanding, and we got this before.
Yep.
What's going on? And now what's interesting is they're going to be exposed.
Yes.
This is their exposure now. This isn't the otherworldly exposure. This is how things are done is about to be exposed.
Oh, yeah.
And we get the Daughter of Pentacles because, well, we are the deer with our eyes in the headlamp.
Yep.
We are in trouble.
Yes.
And this energy is here to deal with that problem. I'll say no more. I'll leave that set. Because largely we've been prey.
Yes.
Are we prey physically? Well, we're prey financially. We're prey. We're enslaved in a way. You think about, what does a horse represent? Well, a horse represents an animal that you dominate, that's largely fearful at all times of everything you do to it.
A service animal.
It's a service animal.
And that's what we are to the government. Service animals, basically.
So this energy is saying, I'm here to deal with this. I'm here to look at what's developed, who you are developing into. Okay. And I'm going to conclude it. This is a 9 of Pentacles. It's saying how you use the resources of the earth, how you interact, is no longer sustainable. And in the heart
We all
of it,
know it. I mean,
right, I conclude it. And then you get this Mother of Swords, okay? The owl is always going to be an indication of, or an omen of things to come.
yes. Change.
Change. So then we get the 3 blackbirds sitting on the wire, and the 3 cups below. It's all reflective. And we get the 6 of wands, or 6 of arrows. Yeah, we feel like it's raining down on us.
Mm-hmm.
The truth is, and this is the Great Awakening.
Yes.
This to me looks like an awakening. This looks like you've got the rainbow over above, and you've got all this stuff falling from the sky. It's an awakening,
The whole
and that's in our
world
hopes and
will have
fears.
to accept the fact that there is aliens from another planet or planets visiting this planet and have been for thousands of years.
And guess what we get? The star.
I didn't even. Well.
There you go. She's pre-reading the cards for us because she didn't see this card at all. That we are from somewhere
I can't see
else.
the cards.
But right now, what we are, where we're at, why we're in so much trouble is we've got the 8 of Pentacles. We are the spider caught in the web, or the spider has made the web and we're caught in it. We might be the insect. She's about to encase us. We're about to find out what our true limitations are. Okay? So, and largely this has been because of how we have very immaturely used the resources of the earth,
Yes.
the Son of Pentacles. And so what is this energy about? Well, they're here to remind us that they have some plans. It's black and white to them.
Yep.
It's about justice. They need to show us what justice really looks like.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Now, I don't think that this is bad news for everybody, but I do think it is some bad news for some. I really do. And I will say that, that it is kind of important at this time that if you feel that you feel drawn to connect and open your life and your soul to something bigger, it's ready to draw you in. And with that, I'd hit the like, share, and subscribe button. I would ask that you join me here or on www.twiggy.com. And if you would like a reading, you are welcome to join us on Twiggy. Pearl Rowland has, you may hand request or request her or myself. And with that, we thank you for joining us here today.
Thank you.